So welcome to the webinar. My name is Mark Burstein from PropertyMinder. We're going to be talking about our mobile application today and also going to mention about our November download contest here at the end, where we will be giving away a very special prize. More information will be at the end of the presentation. But my name is Mark Burstein. I'm the local PropertyMinder trainer. Maybe you've seen me on some of the other PropertyMinder webinars. I'm an active real estate agent with a company here in Silicon Valley, and I do enjoy coming here at PropertyMinder and helping other agents build their business across the country. And that's what I do. That's my picture here. It's a 10-year-old picture. I took that picture right when I got into the business. I took new pictures. Unfortunately, once my marketing came out with my new picture, my clients called me and said, "Hey, change it back to your old picture." So you get my old picture again. Today we're going to be talking about the PropertyMinder mobile app. We're going to do a little review about what it is and how it works. We're going to talk about the activation code and how to set it up on your end. What is important about the activation code, most important thing, is that it's what identifies the application to you as a real estate professional and puts all of your branding on the application that your clients are viewing. We're going to talk about distribution, how to get this app out to as many people as possible, because the more people that are out there using your mobile app, the greater chances you have of converting those people into transactions, into relationships, into referrals, so forth and so on. We're going to talk a little bit about downloading the app and installing the app on your clients and your clients' smartphones, and then we're going to go over our November 2012 download contest, where you can earn, or you can win, a fabulous prize by having the most number of people download your mobile app. Now, the real prize, really, if you have a lot of people downloading your mobile app, is you're going to get more transactions. That's the real prize. Everybody wins that prize. But we do have a special prize that will be given away for the person who has the most downloads. So let's talk about the mobile app here. What it is, it's a real estate agent-branded real estate mobile application. So when a user is looking at property information, or they're using the mobile app to look at property listings or information in their neighborhood, everything is branded to you. Your picture is going to be on every listing. Your phone number is going to be on every listing. It'll be easy, actually a click to call on every listing, so we make it really easy for the consumer to reach out and make contact with you. The system leverages the GPS and the smartphones, so it makes it really convenient to access the properties that are closest to the phone. Like, for example, if you're in a neighborhood, you see a for sale sign, maybe there's no flyers, maybe the kids made paper airplanes out of all the flyers. But you want information on that property. If you have the mobile app, the client can quickly just open up the mobile app, and the first thing that they're going to see is information on the house that they're standing right in front of. As well as the 20 closest listings, and then they can search and do other things from that point on. But when the app is first evoked, the assumption is someone's standing in front of a house. They want information about the house they're standing in front of. They get it right away. They don't have to enter any information. They don't have to enter where they are. Nothing. The system takes care of it using the GPS on the phones. You get up-to-date and accurate information because the mobile app is linked to your MLS. It's not linked to some third-party site. It's not linked to anything other than your MLS. So the data is always going to be up-to-date and accurate. We work both on the Google Maps platforms and the Apple Search platforms. We have click-to-call technology. So if a client is looking at property details, they have a question, it makes it really easy. All they have to do is click the little telephone, and they get to call you. They can have lists of favorite properties, so they can track properties as they progress through the stages of transactions as well. So really good for sellers. You know, if you're working with a seller, you give them your mobile app. If they evoke the mobile app at home, they'll get the 20 closest properties around them. They can select the ones that are most appropriate, the best comps to their favorites, and then they can track those as they turn pending and sold, or they get price deductions, so forth and so on. You can share your PropertyMinder mobile app on Facebook and Twitter, of course, and the most powerful aspect from your perspective as the realtor is the client tracking, as you can see everything that's being done on the mobile app by your clients. You know when they're logging onto it, you know what properties they're looking at, how often they look at specific properties, and you get insight into their favorites as well. So you know when you contact your clients and you start having conversations about real estate, you kind of know what they're looking at, you know what they're going through, and you have some more ammunition to have a better conversation and move them down the path. The system is available in both Apple and Android devices. And once again, this is your mobile app for your client. So you are branded as the owner of the app. All the information, all the leads list you as the main point of reference for the information that's being viewed on your mobile application. So let's talk a little bit about this activation code. The activation code is basically what identifies you as the owner of the mobile app. So people can go to the Google Store, if they download it from the iTunes Store, they cannot access the app without an activation code from an active real estate professional. So they must be tied to a real estate professional, namely you, and they have to enter your activation code. Now, you have the power to specify what your code is, as long as it doesn't match any of our other clients. So in your Realtor Toolkit on your PropertyMinder website, on the left side of the page, there's a Preferences tab. If you click on that Preferences tab and scroll to the bottom of that page, you will see the mobile app preferences. So you can select whether you want the mobile detect to also work on iPad and Android tablets, and you can specify what your activation code is going to be. I recommend creating one that's easy for you to remember. That way, if people call you or contact you and you're not in front of a computer and they ask you for an activation code, you can readily and easily supply them with that information. Now, if someone is already logged into your toolkit as a registered user and they go ahead and download the mobile app from your website, they may get a different activation code, but don't worry about that. That activation code will automatically tie them into your website. They don't have to take any further steps to register. If you have a user that's logging on for the first time and they're not already registered on your website, or they're logging in with the activation code that you're providing, the activation code that you specify, they'll still have to log in the first time they open the app. They'll have to put in their email and their password, the same email and password they used to log into their client, the client page on your website. They use the same email and password. If the client is actually already logged into their toolkit, logged into their client page, and then they download the mobile app, their activation code that they get will automatically have their contact info tied in as well, so they don't have to take any other steps. They don't have to input their email address and their password. That'll automatically be there for them once the app is downloaded and evoked with the activation code that they get from your website. So activation code, make sure it's easy for you to remember. That way, if you're at an open house and you're getting people to download the app, you can quickly give them the activation code, put it on the flyers that you're using, put it on flyers, and we'll talk about that when we get to the distribution section. Oh, wow, and here we are. Distributing your mobile app. How do we get this app out to our clients? What are some of the best ways to get this app out into the hands of the consumer so that they're using your app to look for property information and not somebody else's app or a third-party app like a Realtor.com or Trulia, where God knows who gets that information. Now, when a client is accessing information on your website through their smartphone, meaning you sent them an email notification, they get the email notification, maybe a new listing popped up on their search, they click that from their mobile device, they're going to get, the system will recognize that it's a mobile device, and it'll prompt them, it'll give them the option to download your Android app or the iPhone app from the appropriate store. They don't have to download it. They can click cancel. We'll show you on the next page. Actually, I'll show it right now. They can click cancel, and they'll go onto your page just like they normally would have. Or if they click OK, then the system will send them the download instructions to download your mobile app. Now, we have a desktop landing page already designed on your websites. Again, in your Realtor Toolkit, under Website Editor, under the Buttons page, that's where you activate the desktop landing page. So if someone goes to your website, they can click on the mobile app page, select whether they have an iPhone or an Android, and then be able to install your PropertyMinder mobile app. Also, they can go straight to the app stores. Now, if they go straight to the app stores, they have to type in PropertyMinder in the search prompt to be able to get the app, and then they'll have to use the activation code that you supply to be able to actually work the app. With email campaigns, we have an email campaign template in your Realtor Toolkit. If you go into the Client Relationship Management portion of the toolkit in the message library, we have an email campaign or email messages to go ahead that you can go ahead and start sending those emails out to all your clients, inviting them to download your mobile app. Craigslist ads with our Craigslist posting tool. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit because we have a better slide on that. How you can leverage Craigslist to grow your database by inviting people to use the mobile app, and then a printable PDF flyer also on the PropertyMinder blog. You know, when you log into your toolkit, the big blue section in the top of this toolkit has our blog posts. Don't ignore them. Read them. They may be beneficial to you. The very first one right now is our PDF flyer that's editable that you can go download, put in your contact information, put in your QR code, put in your information with your activation code, and then go ahead and take that PDF flyer to your open houses, to door knocking or any of the other activities that you do to generate business and grow your database, and hopefully leverage this flyer to get people to download your application. Now, I want to talk a little bit about QR codes. For those of you that don't know, I'm sure you've seen them on flyers and different things, but a QR code is basically a little square, quick response code that you can generate, and when someone uses their smartphone and scans that little QR code, it directs them to a website. So if you go to a website like qrstuff.com or goqr.me, it's free and very easy to use. Go to the website and they'll create a QR code for you that you can then put on your marketing materials. That way, if someone scans your QR code, it goes straight to your website. When they go to your website, if they're going to the website from a mobile device, they'll be prompted to download your Android app or the iPhone app, depending on what machine or what device they're using. And again, they don't have to in order to still get the information. They can always click cancel and they'll proceed to your website just like they normally would and get the information. But you know, when working with a dedicated app, it's a little easier to view property details. The display is customized for the smaller display for cell phones. So leverage the QR codes. It's free, and it's a great way to easily put your web URL on your marketing materials and direct people to come back to your website. And again, if they're working from their smartphone, which is what they use to get the QR codes, it'll prompt them to download your mobile application. Now, on your email message, this is the example of the email message that's in the Client Relationship Management section of your toolkit in the message library. Now, this message is editable. Highly recommend that you do edit this message before you send it out. You want to make sure that you have some information about yourself and make sure you have your activation code listed on this message before you send it out to your client list. Using our Craigslist posting tool. I am sure all of you are using our Craigslist posting tool. If you're not, you absolutely should be, because advertising on Craigslist is free. If you don't have any listings, some of us don't have listings, that's okay. I'm sure you're working with an office that does have listings. Ask the agents in your office if you can borrow a listing to use our Craigslist listing tool. Guys, it's free. Y'all should be putting Craigslist ads out there multiple times a day, if not once a day, if not at least once a week. Okay? The way our Craigslist tool works, if you've played with it before, you'd know that the power is linking back to your website, getting people to come off Craigslist back to your site so they can use your site to search for properties. It's more organized. We have more pictures. It's better displayed. So there are definite benefits to the consumer taking them away from Craigslist onto your site. They go to Craigslist because they don't know any better. Now they'll know better because you're going to tell them with your Craigslist ad. Search homes from your smartphone, download my mobile app, click here. You should put that as a link on all your Craigslist advertising that you do. And on our editable PDF flyer that you can download from our PropertyMinder blog, you can customize the flyer. You can put whatever text you'd like in that flyer, add your photo, add your logo, your activation code, and your QR code. Your QR code is a picture, so you may have to replace your photograph if you did it today. Probably in a couple of weeks or maybe a week or two, we'll have a special section for the QR codes as well. But anyway, editable PDF flyer. This is a great way to create a flyer, Maybe put it on the back of your open house flyers so that when you're at your open house, visitors that are coming in will have some kind of marketing to instruct them to download your mobile application so they can search for properties on their smartphones. Also a great way to register people at your open house. Some people may be a little hesitant to put down their information, but hell, they'll scan a QR code and download a mobile app. You still get all their contact information when they register on your website, so you can follow up with them down the road. If you're door knocking, going around neighborhood, servicing your farm, people that you get into conversations with, ask them if they have a smartphone device. And the easiest way, in my opinion, non-threatening way to get people to use the app is simply ask them for feedback. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. potential client, I just introduced a new mobile application into my business. It's brand new to me, brand new to the industry. I would love for your feedback. If you could take a minute, download it to your smartphone. It's free of charge, and let me know what you think. It's a great way to get people to download your app, and people want to help. It's human nature. We want to help each other out, our fellow men out. If you ask for help, you'd be surprised how many people will actually give it to you. We will. I know if you ask me for help, I'll give it to you. It's part of being a good person. So ask people to help you out. Ask people to give feedback on your new mobile application. It'll get them to download it, get them interacting with your app, and gosh knows, good chance they'll use it, and they'll find it to be beneficial for their purposes of finding information about the local real estate market. Now, on to the November download contest. Guys, win an Apple iPhone 5. So what we're going to do is the agents that have the most clients between November 1st and November 30th, or the end of the month, November 30th, the agent that has the most clients download the app and download the app, register the app as registered users. The agent with the most downloads was going to win a brand new Apple iPhone 5. Doesn't matter what service provider you use, whether it's Verizon or Sprint or AT&T or whatever local company, as long as they support smartphones and iPhones, you can go ahead and leverage or use the iPhone that you win with our November download contest on any of those systems. So once again, November download contest from November 1st to November 30th. The most people that download your app, the agent that has the most clients download their app and register on the app, will win a brand new Apple iPhone 5. So anything that's been done before that. So today is the 30th. We still have a couple of days. Halloween tomorrow. November 1st is on Thursday. So if you get people to download today or tomorrow, they won't count. I'm sorry. But sandbag for a couple of days. It's no big deal. Starting November 1st, and get those emails out. It's a great, it gives you a couple of days to set up your email campaigns, customize that PDF flyer, schedule your open house, get your listings ready for Craigslist postings. If you don't have any listings, remember, borrow some from agents in your office, and we can get those Craigslist postings out there to market your business and market your new PropertyMinder mobile application. So thank you all for being with us here today. Oh, yeah. So PropertyMinder clients with the most app downloads, November 1st and November 30th, the winner gets an iPhone 5. So thank you all for being with us here today and giving us about a half hour of your time. I know some of you may have set aside an entire hour. Now you have a half hour to go ahead and start customizing your mobile app download pages, and customizing the email so you can be ready to send out and distribute all that information November 1st when the contest starts. And don't forget, if you guys have any friends or associates in the real estate business that don't use PropertyMinder, they need to. It'll help in their business. Refer a new client to PropertyMinder. You get free 30 days of PropertyMinder service. So all of you agents that are working in offices that have 100+ agents, you have 5-10 new agents coming to the office every month, there should be no reason that you ever pay for your PropertyMinder service. You should just be referring, and getting your PropertyMinder service for free. All right. Thank you all very much for being with us here today. I'm Mark Burstein. I look forward to seeing your mobile applications get out to the market and your clients using them and leveraging your services. Thank you all for being here with us here today. Have a great Tuesday and have a very, very happy and safe Halloween.